No pain, all gain.
Let's take a look inside. The piriformis is at the top of the hip bone. This one usually creates majority of the problems. Then we've got a lot of other deep muscles. We're not going to worry too much about those, but we will focus a lot on the glute maximus and the glute minimus. There's all sorts of muscle tissue that runs from the bottom of your hip all the way up to the top. So we want to make sure that we're working each one of these areas with the tight spot. To set up for the hips, I want you to use the large wrap. Go ahead and pick an attachment that works for you. I'm going to use the pyramid. We want to attach the extension piece using the Velcro on the opposite side. Once we've got the length added to the wrap, take the wrap in your hands and then just start pushing along the hip, finding the worst part for you. I can go anywhere, again, from the top of the hip down to the bottom of the butt cheek, anywhere in that area. So for you, figure out which spot feels like it's going to work the best on and then begin strapping it down. We're going to start with the top, get it strapped on nice and tight. Then we're going to work that bottom in nice and tight as well. Once we have the pressure on, we're going to tighten down our valve and begin to pump up the air bladder. Now, it may take a little while for that bladder to expand because it is quite large. Continue to pump it up until you get to a point where you're at about 110 to 140, whatever tolerance is capable for you. As you go, you can actually tuck the handle of the hand pump directly into the wrap so that way you don't have to hold it. Then we're just going to create active ranges of motion. So you might slide your hips side to side, you might extend your foot back, you can go for a walk. The whole point is that you create a contraction of the muscle tissue. This is going to help increase the amount of blood flow. It will also force that muscle to relax when you create the opposite movement, allowing that attachment to go deeper into the muscle tissue. This also is going to force your brain to continue to work with the muscle, creating better neurological connections. So we can go through a squat, we can go through any sort of movement that's going to help create a greater amount of healing.